Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today we're going to be talking about a potential signing for the Houston Rockets that would land the Houston Rockets, Brook Lopez. We're going to be talking about if the Houston Rockets should sign Brook Lopez as it was announced this morning. We kind of already knew some of these players, but now it's like for sure the Rockets are very interested in signing the following players. Brook Lopez, who we're talking about in this video. Austin Reeves, who I know he's going to be expensive. I would love him on the Rockets. I'd love Reeves, but this next player I would not love, Dylan Brooks. It would be very hard for me to go to Rockets games next year with Dylan Brooks on the Rockets. I will still go because I love going to Rockets games. Go to about 3 to 5 a year. It would be hard to watch. It would be hard to watch on TV as well. But I think the whole Rockets Twitter, Rockets fans are gonna go nuts. I mean, ballistic if the Rockets sign Dylan Brooks. So yeah, I mean the list of Dylan Brooks, Brook Lopez, Austin Reeves. There's someone else. There was someone else on that list. I can't remember who else was. There was like one or two more players that were on this list, but the one we're going to talk about is Brook Lopez. This is a weird one for me. It really is. I would love Brook Lopez on the Rockets, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense at all. You have Alperen Sengun. And Brook Lopez is an amazing center. Is he going to come off the bench? That's what I don't understand. Is Brook Lopez going to come to the Rockets to come off the bench? Because I don't really see a starting lineup of Brook Lopez. I don't see a starting lineup of Alperen Sengun and Brook Lopez in the same lineup. Even though Brook Lopez is a good shooter, and I think realistically he could maybe move to the power forward position, I don't really see a lineup of Brook Lopez and Alperen Sengun in the same lineup. And I don't really see Brook Lopez signing with a team where he's going to come off the bench at his age, and he's 35 years old. He played really good basketball last year for being at 35 years old. Averaged 17 points per game. Averaged 7 rebounds per game. Shot 37%. He didn't average 17. He averaged 16 points per game. Averaged 7 rebounds per game. Shot 37% from 3. Had 2.5 blocks per game in the NBA. It's had averaged 2.5 blocks per game last year, and I think that was the most in the NBA. I think he did lead the NBA in most blocked shots per game, and I think he did have the most shots blocked in the entire NBA. It makes sense. The Rockets are looking to add in good shooting, good size, and good defense, and that is filling the three check marks in one player. Good shooter, 37%. Great size. I think he's 6'11", 7'1". He's not 7'1". I think he's 6'11". And then great defense. Great shot. I think Brook Lopez right now, in my opinion, is the best shot blocker in the NBA. Jaren Jackson had a great year. I don't know. I think I think Jaren Jackson had the most shots blocked in the NBA last year, but Brook Lopez averaged the most shot blocks per game last year. I could be wrong on this, but I am not sure. But I do know the top two guys with shots blocked last year in the NBA were Brook Lopez and Jaren Jackson Jr. But I do think, even though Jaren Jackson is an unbelievable defensive player and an unbelievable shot blocker, I think as of right now, Brook Lopez, and I think it's going to change eventually, but I think Brook Lopez as of right now is the best shot blocker in the NBA. As you know, we've seen him last year. I think there was one game, or there was a game or two where he'd have 6-7 blocks. I think the Bucks played one game where he had 7 blocks in a game. He is an unbelievable shot blocker. And I think his name is up there with Miles Turner and Jaren Jackson Jr. with shot blocking. But I think at his age and how he does it, and I think right now he would be a great addition for the Rockets. But the question is he going to want to play off the bench with how old he is, and he's getting older, and he's playing really good basketball, and he could be on the other end, he could be a starting center for a championship team in the Milwaukee Bucks, and continue doing what they're doing there. I'm not saying our Rockets are not going to be good this year. I think the Rockets are going to be better, but I don't think they're going to be a championship type team. And even though the Bucks as a 1 seed last year, lost the Miami Heat. They're going to get a new head coach. I think probably the favorite is Monty Williams. I think they're going to look to improve the roster, improve the bench. I think Giannis is going to come back stronger next year. I think Middleton's going to be healthy full next year, hopefully. So I just really don't know why I would see Brook Lopez leaving the Milwaukee Bucks. I would love Lopez on the Rockets, but I don't really see a world where Brook Lopez leaves the Bucks, and I also don't really see a world where Brook Lopez signs with the team to be a backup center. I don't really see the Rockets putting Alperen Sengun off the bench. Ime Udoka says that they're gonna build the offense around him, correctly. So I don't see a world where Sengun comes off the bench. I don't really see a world where Lopez goes to that team where he's gonna come off the bench. But as much as I'd love the signing for the Rockets, I doubt it happens. Just with him most likely not wanting to leave Milwaukee, and him probably wanting to be a starter. If he's going to leave, I can promise you this. If Brook Lopez is going to leave the Milwaukee Bucks, he's going to want to be a starter somewhere else. It's going to be a starter. You don't leave a championship contender as the starting center and playing good basketball for a team who is the worst team in basketball, is rising up, but was the worst team in basketball last season, and is going to be the backup center. It just doesn't happen. I don't see a world where Sengun is gone. I know some people might say, maybe the Rockets sign Lopez and trade Sengun. I don't see a world where that happens. I think Ime Udoka is strongly believed on building around and making the offense and making Alperen Sengun better. So I don't see Sengun gone. I don't see Sengun playing the power forward. I don't really see Lopez playing the power forward position either. So I do not really see I think the Rockets, this would be a perfect signing, but I don't think Lopez does it just because of how bad he'll want to return to the Bucks, and at his age and how good of basketball he's playing, I don't see Lopez coming off the bench. But you guys, them are your thoughts. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed them, are thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.